What hidden passion do you have that would surprise most people? Handwriting with a pen writing. I have a very accurate internal clock, at least in minutes. Multiple times a week I'll heat something up in the microwave and go do something else. But then I'll get a ping in my brain that tells me to check on my food, and it's always within 3 seconds of being done. I also have very good positional memory, as in if I put something away, I can picture exactly where it is when I want to find it, even if it's been years. I like to build World War II warships in scale model, and I really never told anyone about that. Reading. A lot of people in my life think my only hobbies are gaming, cooking, music and cat parent. I don't read outside my house because I find everything distracting. I also don't tell anyone I read because I was bullied for it as a kid. But I just love everything about books. The crack of the spine. Seeing yourself progress through the story. Feeling multiple emotions wash over you from mere words on paper. I paint eggs. The art of egg painting is both strenuous, difficult and hard. Just holding the egg still is an art unto itself. I've tried tongs, hell I've even tried duct taping the egg to a wall. Nothing can compare to the fine precision of holding an egg in your own hands. When I paint my eggs I use a 3-layered process. First, a primer and last a sealer. The second layer is where I get to have fun. There's nothing more exhilarating than letting your imagination run wild on a hard-boiled egg. This is where I come alive, this is where I feel most human. No one knows about this, not even my wife. I keep my eggs in a rusted safe I have down in my basement. Sometimes, when I'm feeling sad or lonely, I go down there and look at my eggs. I tell them my worries, my fears. At times I wish they could talk back to me, tell me everything's going to be okay. But then I realized that a world where hard-boiled eggs can talk would be a nightmarish hellscape. I try not to think about that. Yusuo Nayat. Stand-up comedy. I have about a 5-minute set ready, but I want to check out some open mics first. I just had a fairly new coworker tell me last week that he was getting the vibe from me and wondered if I've ever tried stand-up. I definitely don't give off stand-up vibes, especially to coworkers, so it felt kind of like a sign to go for it. Turns out, he does it on the side and helps book acts, so he encouraged me as well. I write Evangelion fanfiction. Only my wife knows about this. It started as a therapy thing during COVID lockdown. I was losing my mind. This helped me quite a bit, and now I have over 150k words in a story about teenagers finding love through anachronistic music. Dumb as hell, but it's been a blast. Makes me feel like I'm in middle school again. I know how to resurrect a dead fly. Well, sort of. On a hot day you put a cup outside with some honey in it and wait for a fly to get trapped. You then put the fly in the fridge for half an hour. The cold will put it to sleep but won't kill the fly. You then strategically place the fly on a windowsill or somewhere in view before your target arrives. You then happen to stumble upon the dead fly and say something along the lines of, "Look, a dead fly. Can I tell you a secret? Well, I don't know how to tell you, so I will show you." You then pick up the dead fly and go into a backstory about how you first stumbled your abilities as a child. You then slowly stroke the fly, warming it up. The fly will then slowly start buzzing till it flies away. It's gross, but it works. Yusuo Nayat. Writing. I love building adult Lego sets. I'm actually about to work on a succulent one. Classic cars. I am a super girly girl and I know absolutely nothing about how the motors work. I just like them. I go to every car show I can get to. Fish keeping. I used to get a weekly magazine on it. I love the hobby and the science behind it. Based on my appearance and vibe, I don't think most people would expect it from me, but when I get drunk and I see an aquarium, I become extremely annoying. Oral, giving, and writing post-hardcore lyrics, man with light skin tone shrugging. Dude, I secretly rock at playing the accordion. Surprised everyone at the talent show. I've been collecting pencils and pens since I was 12 years old. I have a multitude of models, and I know the history and context of each item individually. It's an endless passion. I spend hours and hours maintaining my pencils, and I've also acquired the habit of writing as a stress reliever. I raise hermit crabs, building my house on the sky without using column. Free diving.